and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Memphis Houds and the Orlando Wizards. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
From the City Beautiful. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he's certainly top pick. Drafters in the league. He doesn't believe he's going to slow down his production.
Hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly how they would phrase it in their own locker room. Yardage grab right there. To be able to get that amount of yardage on the first play of the game and a change field position to the positive side, you got to love the way they're getting started.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it on this drive. To throw is Stafford. Down inside the 40. It's Outriders. And hold on that you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So from the 36 now, first. Here's Stafford. And this one is in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And out of this before being stopped 28.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now,
they'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards. Gain the first half down. And able to the line that they're going to rule him out of bounds. Only one they'd like to have back. Brings up 4th down. They snap Stafford. Tanky here, just your down gain of 28 yards. And the drive. Well, this is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long did they have been plotting this, the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even than what they expected.
Now a throw to the end zone on first up, incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Stafford. And on the catch, right side. And here, toucher now, 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4 down? Might he go for it?
For Sanders, out them short of the line to gain. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Sims, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Hounds are on the board here first in the season opener. So that, an early statement. They go for it on 4th and goal and wind up punching it in.
And that wasn't on the 1 yard line either. It wasn't just quarterback sneak range. They had to work for that one, but they certainly got the job done.
Ryan Succop for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Succop after the touchdown to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ferguson.
4 yards remain for second down.
They'll drop to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
They'll look to throw again. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Smith.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Try to punch it in with Smith, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Wizards are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On first down, Stafford here. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Back to throw, Stafford.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
To the air again, Stafford. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And it's caught. Touchdown. from 3 yards out.
And the Hounds will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
16 more on that one and another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Wizards have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
McCann now for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. But a white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Zamir White, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. The Packers able to start the season off on the right foot as they get the win at home in their season opener. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for our home team, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him out to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up a throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he fields it cleanly. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Orlando takes back over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They go back to the ground with Smith. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way and pick up a 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big one just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Gonna be taken down the 30 line on the pressure, and it's 2nd down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Smith up the middle. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Smith. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Smith trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Wizards have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead is now 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
Stafford on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 23 yards on the play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing again is Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Hounds are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here. But if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's good. And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Memphis, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.